So the next data structure and the final data structure in this course is dictionaries. We are only talking about the built-in data structures. So dictionary is a Python container used to describe associative relationship. Just like in a normal dictionary, if you need to look up a meaning or a definition of a certain word, what you do is look up for a word and the definition appears in front of you. Agreed? Similarly, in dictionary, we look for a key, which is a term that can be located in a dictionary, and its associated value can be accessed. So key can be any immutable type. It can be a number, it can be a string, it can be tuple, etc. Value, associated value with the key can be of any type. It can be an integer, it can be a float, it can be a string, it can be another list, it can be another dictionary, it can be a tuple as well. Okay? So let's see how we create a list is by enclosing creating dictionary by enclosing all comma separated values in curly braces. Now sets are also created with curly braces, dictionaries are also created with curly braces. What is the difference? So the difference is set contains single comma separated values. Dictionaries contains each comma separated value has two components separated with a colon in between. So value before colon is the component before colon is a key, and the component after colon is the associated value. Okay, so whenever you are given two things, two data structures, if it has only single value separated by comma, it is simply set. Okay, if they are enclosed in curly braces. If the comma separated values enclosed in curly braces has two components, like separated by colon in between, then it is clearly a dictionary. Okay. So example is just like you create a dictionary, you give it a name. In past, we have been given names to lists, to tuples, to sets. Similarly, this example shows dictionary of currencies with the country name as a key and their associated value as their currency. So for USA, it's dollar, Germany is euro, and South Korea is Korean won. Okay. Now, this is how we can create the dictionary. Now, let's see how we can access the data. So dictionary entries cannot be accessed by indexing. Okay, I would like to mention that there will be a bonus activity today based on whatever we are discussing. So the bonus activity depends on how you respond to the question. If you responded correctly, you'll get the bonus. If you do not respond correctly, you will not get bonus point, but you will still get the participation point for this week. Okay, but make sure it's a free opportunity. Make sure that you understand it and be able to respond correctly. So dictionary entries cannot be accessed by indexing. How do we access entries in a list? So if I have a list containing 3 elements, how can I access elements? With the brackets and index, we specify the index. How can we access elements in the set? There is no way. We cannot access because we cannot access them by indexing. Okay, but in dictionaries, we can access elements by their key. We can specify the key in their brackets. Okay, just like in list, you write a name of the list, and in brackets you specify the index. Similarly, you write a name of a dictionary, and you specify the key in the brackets. Okay, let's take an example here. The same currencies dictionary, and I want to access the value associated with a key named USA. Okay, because the USA is defined as a string, that is why I need to use a string as a key in this square brackets. Okay. So when I run this code, what do you think will it return? Yep. It will return dollars. Okay. So for example, if no entry with a matching key exists in the dictionary, it will throw off key error. It's just like list containing 3 elements, and you specify the name of the list and you specify the index, let's say 5. Okay. Though list contains 3 elements and you are trying to access the 5th element, that will throw off key error that does not exist. Okay. Similarly, if you are trying to access something which does not exist, it will throw off the same key error. Look at another example here. So we have another dictionary named prices. So how many number of elements in prices? How many number of elements are there? 2. There are 2 entries, You can easily identify with the help of comma, and there is a value before comma and after another one. So when I run this code, it will first print the price of apple is, it will pick with the help of these curly braces, and this is how we can access the value in the print statement using f string. So prices apples, I'm accessing the key, I'm writing the key here, and it will return the associated value. So what is the value associated with apples? Is 199. And what is the value associated with lemons? Hmm? The key error. It does not find lemons, so it will throw off key error. Okay? So this is how it works, yes.
Will there also be a key error if you did it without quotations when you call it?
Without what?
Quotations. You know how it says price?
The quotations here?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a key. This is a key in the form of a string. So this is how it is defined. So you will see in a couple of examples that the key might also be an integer. It could also be a float. So here the key itself is a string. That is why we need to enclose it in quotes. Okay? It could be single or double, whatever quotes. Okay. Any question here? So again, you can see the same pattern. Whatever I'm practicing with you guys here is just like preparing for your exam. Not only preparing for your exam, but also preparing for upcoming the bonus points also. Okay.